dominant in the ring with what I do. You know, it's all about me visualizing and meditating what I want to do, seeing myself running through the court. So when it's time, it's easy. It's like I've been there before, you know. And with Ortiz, I'm not worried about nothing that he's going to bring. You know, it's going to be a shocker. It's going to be a surprise to a lot of people. But it's just going to be a matter of time for me. They're always the saying that we don't know when it's coming, but it's coming.
Now you were there at his last fight, and you actually like got right in his face. But what did you make of his performance that night?
I mean, I make of it as what you made of it. I mean, as you asked me the question, I see your face expression wasn't very impressed. So I wasn't impressed at all. It was obvious what they was trying to do. They was looking for a 6'7" guy with height, and that's the same thing he's doing in his camp. He's getting guys that's with height. But when it comes with a Deontay Wilder, you need more than just height. You need speed, you need athleticism, you need feet work, you need power. You need so many different things that make up just one of me, you know. So we'll see what happens with him, and but I'm ready. I'm ready for whoever in the world.
Well, the thing is that in the Stavern fight, what I was stunned by was really you fought with like this pent-up rage was just, you know, all released at once. Do you think you'll continue to bring that in your next few fights?
You know, anybody that kept up with me and seen me know I have a natural killer instinct. You know, that's something that you can't create. You either born with it, you have it or you don't. And unfortunately, I have it. You know, I can turn it on, I can turn it off. You know, when I smell blood, it's even worse. You know, because I really try to get those guys out of there. This is a sport that we signed up for. That, you know, when the bell ring and the ref put those hands down, you can do anything you want. You can hurt that man's body any kind of way you want. You can touch any part of his body unless it's below the belt. You know. Yeah. Other than that, this is the you know.
It's tough everywhere. It's tough everywhere around here.
The champ scaring lockers.
That's the name of the game. It's a hurt business. So, you know, I have a natural killer instinct, and when I go in the ring, different fighters bring different things up out of me. You know, that's why people haven't seen what they want to see out of me. Some of the people expect so much. They expect like me to be some type of Hercules or something, and when I don't give them certain things, then it's not of their satisfaction. You know, because with me, we know the truth. We know all I can do. A lot of people say it's sloppy. A lot of people say I'm wild, but you know, it's whatever you take out of it. You know, with us, it ain't broke. Why fix it? You know, but they don't understand the art. I'm very smart at what I do. I'm very, you know, powerful at what I do. You know, different fighters bring a different me out.
And this is an interesting fight for you because look, Ortiz was involved in he had a positive test for a performance-enhancing substance that ultimately was, you know, negotiated and clear. He was basically cleared of that. But a lot of people say if there ever was an opportunity for you to sort of avoid a guy, it would be this guy, especially on the heels of all these positive tests that you've had to deal with your opponents. Yet you still are taking this fight. What does that say about you, and what do you want that to say about you to the, you know, not just the boxing crowd, but the mainstream sporting?
I mean, for me, you know, all my opponents have told me a lot of things about myself, but it's only what the viewers take from it. You know, for me, continue to bless Ortiz not once but twice. You know, in my mind, it automatically makes me a champion. In my mind, it already makes me a bad man. In my mind, it already makes me the most dangerous man in the world because I've been taking on these competitions. This is no surprise for me. It may be a surprise for others, but if anybody go in my past history, they've seen that I've tried to take on all the best, though that is so-called the best. But unfortunately, I've always came to the short end of the stick due to their side. You know, these guys duck me, go another path, or they got on, you know, they didn't got on steroids or use PEDs. There hasn't been, but I've always been blamed for that, and I never understood that. But you know, it's just crazy. Why, you know? But if everything would have gone as I wanted, and I would have fought all these guys, you'll see a guy that have fought half of all the guys in the division. You know, it wouldn't have been no Povakin. It wouldn't have been no Luis Ortiz at this point. I would have been beat him. You know what I mean? all the other guys, so, you know, Glasgow, all those guys, I would have been beat all these guys. But, you know, for me, I'm always getting the short end of the stick. And, you know, it's good because nothing has ever been given to me, ever. I've always had to work from the bottom all the way up. So, you know, I continue to do so until this day.
Yeah, and it's absolutely an opportunity to underline how good you are. But I think that one last thing is that Anthony Joshua looms, but his Showtime deal is going to end. Do you think he's going to try to avoid you with a victory over Parker, or do you think you're going to get him next with a victory?
You know, when they're dealing with him, you know, I blame more so as a promoter than him, but I also blame him as well too. You know, if they take a Showtime, HBO deal or anything else, it's going to be obvious what they're trying to do. They already talking about now fighting a Povetkin who's cheap multiples of times, you know, continuously. You know, it's just like he ain't hiding no more, he's just doing it. But in boxing, it's all about this right here. You can buy rankings, you can get in positions, you can do a lot of things. Ain't nowhere in the world a guy come out for using PEDs multiple of time, have gotten caught multiples of time, and now in a position to fight for a mandatory spot. How is that possible? And now they're talking about fighting. They talking about fighting him. They talking about fighting a Dylan White. Again, they talking about a Fury. Everybody but except for Deontay Wilder. But when they mention Deontay Wilder, they say how easy it is to beat me. They say, you know, how he'll stick his jab down my throat. You know, they say, you know, one punch will knock me out, but you don't hear my name mentioned nowhere. You know, so that lets you know already what that character is, and they fear me, and they should.
Great, Deontay, thank you so much for your time tonight.